good, guys? This is David checking in today from DW Fitness, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how I lost weight for my photo shoot and how you guys can utilize the same concepts to lose weight, burn fat, and build a better physique. So here's where I'm going to take you back to. I'm taking you back in time to June 2015. This is about 2 weeks from when I began my cut. At this point, I was already pretty lean, but I wanted to get a little leaner, drop a few pounds, and get a little bit more defined for the photo shoot. This is an after picture of me after I finished cutting, after 8 weeks or so of the cut. And in that course, that time, I lost about 8 pounds from 184 to 176-ish. And today I'm going to be telling you guys the 3 biggest concepts that helped me succeed in this. The first one is maintaining a caloric deficit. And the second concept is really having a sustainably high protein diet. The third concept is just making sure you incorporate a resistance training protocol that stimulates and helps you preserve muscle mass. So the first concept, a calorie deficit. So how did I do this? So basically, I had staple meals in my diet. I started out, prior to my cut, I was lean bulking at around 3,400 calories. And so I estimated that I was maintaining around 3,200. And so I dropped my calories down to about 2,700 calories averaging through the entire course of the cut. And in the span of this cut, I lost about 1 pound a week. Now again, this purpose of this cut wasn't to get super shredded or super ripped up with veins showing or anything. My goal was just to come in a little bit more ripped, a little bit more defined, and just have a little bit more, just come in a little leaner. And so by dropping about 1 pound a week, I was able to really maintain my muscle mass and focus on just this concept of creating a caloric deficit. Now, if you guys don't know how to figure out what your caloric maintenance and to create a deficit is, you can utilize things that are online to give you a baseline estimate. Even apps like MyFitnessPal, which I utilize to help track macronutrients, really can give you a sort of baseline based on your activity level and things in your age and your weight, etc. And the one equation that's very good as well is the Harrison-Benedict equation, which I can provide a link to below. It's basically just an equation that takes into account your age, your weight, your height, and your activity level to give you a good estimate of your caloric needs. So it's very important to focus on creating a negative energy balance when you're trying to lose weight. And I'm going to start by saying that the calorie is our form of energy. The calorie is what we utilize as humans for energy. And the simple fact is, creating a caloric deficit requires a negative energy balance, which just means that you need to eat less calories than you actually need or you use. If you do this, you will lose weight, you will burn fat. But if you eat more than you actually use, you take in more calories than you actually use, you're gonna have a positive energy balance and you're gonna store that as body fat usually. If you're incorporating resistance protocol, you're gonna actually build muscle as well. So when you're trying to lose weight, it's very important to be in a deficit. The way I did this was just by having staple meals. And again, all diets can apply to this concept. So if you understand this concept, you'll understand why certain diets work, because there are so many diets out there like the Atkins diet, the paleo diet, intermittent fasting techniques, low carb, low fat diets, and diet plans that trainers, other people may give you. And they're all going to work to help you lose weight if you are put at a deficit, okay? You eat less than you actually need. Now, it's very important that you gauge your own body to see where your metabolism is at, because not everyone is the same. And just those calculators, things like that, are a good starting point to look at for you. The second concept is making sure that you have sufficient protein. Protein is very important to keep high when you're in a cut. There are studies that have come out recently that show that having a higher protein intake can help you maintain your muscle mass more easily and help you stay full throughout the cut, because protein is the most satiating nutrient, which just means it helps keep you the fullest in comparison to carbohydrates and fats. So protein is very important to keep high when you are in a cut. At the same time, it helps to maintain a positive nitrogen balance, which is key to building muscle. So it's important to help you prevent muscle loss. I kept my protein about 1 to 1.2 grams per pound. I'm gonna link studies below so you can read more about them, and I hope you find them informative. The final concept I wanna mention is making sure that you incorporate a resistance training protocol that provides stimulus. Because if you suddenly change your protocol, let's say you're lifting heavy and really providing stimulus prior to your cut, then all of a sudden you switch to going high reps, like 20, 30 reps when you're trying to lean down, then you're not providing a progressively overload stimulus to your muscles. It's important to still try to lift heavy, still try to progress yourself in the gym, and focus on progress and getting stronger, pushing your muscles so that you still have a stimulus to keep them, because muscle is valuable. It's hard to keep, so you need to focus on creating that stimulus when you're trying to maintain your muscle while you're leaning down and cutting. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, the 3 things to summarize are focusing on a calorie deficit, okay? The second thing is really trying to maintain a high protein intake. And the third thing is focusing on proper resistance training protocol. Now, I hope this video was helpful to all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to all your feedback and responses.